Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, and today I'm talking Summer House. This is season 9, episode 5, Red Flags and Beach Bags. And we picked right back up where we ended in episode 4, where Kyle pulls Paige to have a conversation, kind of bury the hatchet, I guess. And they do that. They kind of both say their sides. Kyle, again, is a grown-ass man, and he behaves like a child in a lot of these situations. And he says he's emotional. At least he admits that, like, when people come after his business, he gets, like, very emotional and defensive. So patch it up. Good for them. You knew it wasn't going to last. You knew when the episode ended with this conversation that this fight was only going to last like an episode. But yeah, good to see that. We're going to see obviously the what happens with Paige and Craig. Obviously, I'm sure Kyle will have some opinions on that at the reunion whenever we get this. And they allude to it a couple times, like I'm always going to be Team Paige. So I wonder if that's like a little foreshadowing for later, but something to keep in mind that that was said, and I caught it a couple times. So right before they leave the beach, all the girls are talking about the boobs. Man, Lexi, she's a model, but man, she really lets us know anytime she can that she was bullied when she was younger and that she's self-conscious about this, self-conscious about that. I'm just like, I mean, come on, you're a model and you're on TV. It's and people. I know I'm jumping around here, but she was told that Jesse's a boob guy, and the clip that they have when she says it's him later in the episode is I'm sorry, is him just making these comments at the end of the beach where the girls are just like joking around with like Lindsay's pregnant boobs compared to Sierra's and Amanda's and vice versa and things like that. And like that's all I got. So I was just like, is this just in her head? And she's like very jealous and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's starting to get taxing and annoying to listen to. Like I'm already kind of sick of this relationship. And she does let us know that she's not going to be here next weekend, which is aka next week's episode. So I wonder if there's some clips in the preview where like I mean Jesse's a creep. He really is. And he's just being like weird with Sierra in the pool, like where he's like they're on like the float that they're on today, and like he's like falling on her while it's just he cringe, just absolute cringe on so many levels from that guy. Lindsay also lets us know that she's not moving in with her boyfriend. Um, right away. So she's like, I don't want to rush the relationship, but we all, I, it's funny, like, I don't want to rush the relationship, but we have a kid together. So, uh, Danielle, it's a good thing she's not a main cast member. She's like letting her opinions fly in the confessionals and things like that. I'm wondering if that's going to be mentioned in the reunion. Look, I understand that she wants to take the relationship slow, but I mean, I think it would be, I don't know, it's not our relationship, but it gets hard when you have a kid. So this will be your first kid. So we'll see if the tune changes when the kid is here and when she probably needs some help and just like some even just breaks. I mean, it happens. I got twins. It is taxing still on like both me and my wife. So if people have kids, you know how it is. But so it's just like I hear that and I'm like, we'll see how that we'll see how we'll revisit that when it actually comes in the next season. So they have like a dinner where Amanda Page, Carl, West, and Jesse go out. And Carl admits that he hasn't had sex in a year, and he hasn't had sex since Lindsay. So he's focusing on himself. Look, I know a lot of people hate Carl, and he does. Some of the things and the way he says it is questionable, but he is like not blaming anybody but himself right now. He could be a lot more meaner, I think, with given the situation where his ex fiance is already having a kid, and it's like kind of in his face. So I know people don't like him. I still don't really like him that much, but it's got to be tough for him. And just saying that kind of shit on TV, like I haven't had sex in a year, and like he's worried about. I mean, like, that's everybody was very surprised. I mean, it's not terrible. A year is a long time. I mean, especially like I guess for these caliber people, where I don't know. I just think I'm not saying that these people like have sex all the time, but I was a little surprised it's been a year. I mean, I'm with the cast. I'm with the cast here. Wes kind of mentions that his like little dating show that he had that I had no clue about. He was interviewing the Hawk 2 girl last week, this week or whatever. I don't know if he said he was going to, and they had clips and they showed it and patched it up. Um, but yeah, it's I won't watch it. If you anybody's watched it, let me know how it is. Nah, I got way too many things to watch up here. He did say something funny there. Like he's been very busy with like what's going on. He's like he feels bad that he's not recycling properly, and I just that made me chuckle because I always try to like be recycle and things like that over at my house. So yeah, that made me laugh. He and the other thing is Jesse's like a little concerned about like being exclusive with Lexi, like the jealousy stuff, and that's kind of like a theme that's gonna, like I said, it's gonna lead into next week where they talk about it. They've only known each other for 2 weeks, which is I just think it's gonna end badly, and I think they're alluding to that. I don't know. It's We'll see. They all ended up going out. Everybody except Lindsay. Obviously, she's pregnant, but it was cool to see everyone go out, get drunk, have fun. Um, Emerald, we see. I'm already like this dude like doesn't belong to me. He all like his whole plot line is like him like sneaking in people and they like angle the camera where we can't see the person he's bringing home and talking about sex. Like the guy should have been on 90 Day Fiance where like he kind of gives us the backstory of like how he got here. He got his papers and it's just like eh, people can judge however they want. I find it as somebody who's watching all of 90 Day Fiance as like my free time when I had to have free time to watch that just scream 90 Day Fiance. Um, but oh we'll we'll see. Then the episode kind of ends with Paige and Craig are in New York City. They're having dinner at like an Australian place. They try kangaroo, and they're just kind of talking about Paige is like, "Oh, my mom's never been wrong," like things like that, and like Craig's like, "I feel like I'm being submissive in this relationship where I'm giving up a lot of like my say." All of these conversations, all this editing, I think is conveniently done on purpose for what we do. It kind of reminded me of the Carl and Lindsay last season. So yeah, to me, it was a filler episode. I mean, they can't all be winners, but I mean, we're moving the story along. Craig's coming next week, so that should be actually, I think, good because then we're gonna have Craig versus Kyle and some of those conversations, and we'll see how that goes. And Jesse, his wandering eyes, we'll see what happens to that. Lexi getting jealous, but yeah, I'm enjoying the season so far. I think five so far. I mean, I've one okay episode in my opinion, and being this one, I think it's pretty good for 4 out of 5. So can't complain about that, especially because some of the other shows we watch, they're just like never good, and we're still there. But hey, appreciate everyone for watching. If you have any show suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I will definitely check it out. I am still working on Extracted. I've just been so busy. Obviously, with this, we have like a lot of shows going on right now. A lot of them just ended. But with work, I've been so busy with work and just not having time to really focus on Distracted. I've just have this week's episode to watch. I know the person probably not even watches the video, but I will have something out. I just wanted to catch up and like the next latest episode, actually watch it with notes. I wouldn't take notes on that one, but yeah, it's a little behind baseball over here. So yeah, look out for some of our other stuff. We will have Temptation Island out probably before this one. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day or evening whenever you're watching this. Peace.